ever remember something that you absolutely know is real, but it still somehow feels like a fever dream? I remember in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, I remember watching WCW. I was a big WCW fan. I know that was really the Attitude Era and WCW was struggling. I love the Cruiserweight division. I felt like they carried WCW for a really long time. Ultimo Dragon was that guy. Like, really that guy. Him and Rey Mysterio had some amazing matches in WCW, top tier matches. But I was heavy into WCW. I really liked WCW Monday Nitro. I know Raw was taking a lot of the ratings, and it definitely seemed like WCW was just doing anything. They were kind of throwing the kitchen sink at certain points. I remember at one point, nobody else talks about this. So that's why it feels like a fever dream to me. I feel like at one point, whenever WCW Monday Nitro would go off the air, there would be a match that would come on after, or it'd be like the last match. And it would always be... I want to sound politically correct, so it would always be Little People Luchadores wrestling. And it's like, I feel like nobody talks about that for some strange reason. And I just remember it would just be a whole bunch of them that would just be wrestling. I tried to see if there was anything on YouTube. I didn't see anything. Moving into the next part of what I feel like is a fever dream. Yes, I posted this picture of Hulk Hogan for a reason. Because there was also a show that would come on after, I believe it came on after Monday Nitro. Hulk Hogan had a TV show called Thunder in Paradise. I guess it was also a movie as well. It was like Knight Rider, but with a boat. And it was Hulk Hogan. And from what I saw, there was like 3 of these movies. But this show was like a thing. I don't know how many seasons it lasted, but I just remember this. It's just a fever dream. And I know people talk about this, but sometimes like the certain stuff in the 90s just seems surreal to me. It just seems like, how did this happen? How did these ideas come about? I understand the snow was really good. The powder was really good. The donut sugar was really good. So it gave people a lot of good motivation, a lot of good ideas. But some of these ideas were insane. Little People Lucha Libre matches. And it would be like 10 of them in the ring at one time, if I remember correctly. Hulk Hogan have a TV show where he drives a boat, a high-tech boat. Insanity. Just the 90s were crazy. But does anybody else remember these things? Or am I just... I'm not tripping because these things were clearly real. Sometimes I feel like I'm tripping about the Little People Lucha Libre, but clearly the Hulk Hogan show was real. But do you guys remember this stuff?